Hey, it's David here. Can you imagine making an extra $500 in just 1 week from the comfort of your own home? I did exactly that, and today I'm going to reveal exactly how I did it with one simple online gig. And trust me, you won't believe how easy this turned out to be. Now let me ask you, have you ever thought that making good money online was complicated or required special skills? Because if you did, I'm here to tell you, you're completely wrong. You don't need experience, special skills, or even a huge chunk of your time. Stick around, because later in this video, I'll reveal the biggest mistake people make with this gig and how you can easily avoid it to skyrocket your earnings. Alright, so let's dive in. What exactly did I do to earn $500 in 1 week? The gig I chose was user testing. And if you've never heard about user testing before, don't worry, you're not alone. So here's the deal. Companies pay regular people like you and me to test their websites, apps, or products, and then provide honest feedback. Yes, they literally pay you to give your opinion. The crazy thing is, most people overlook this side hustle because they think it's either too good to be true or too complicated. But it's neither, and that's exactly why there's a huge opportunity for you right now. I started with popular platforms like user testing, Try My UI, and User Feel. The sign-up process is extremely simple. You fill in basic details about yourself, your interests, and the devices you own. Once approved, these sites send you tests based on your profile. But wait, you're probably wondering, how much does user testing actually pay? Good question. Each test typically pays around $10 to $20, and here's the best part. Each test only takes around 15 to 20 minutes to complete. Quick math means you could easily make $30 to $60 per hour sitting comfortably on your couch. But let me be honest with you. When I first started, I made a rookie mistake that cost me valuable tests and money. I'll reveal exactly what that mistake was in just a moment. But first, let me share a secret to getting more tests faster. The trick is to always keep your profile updated with as much detail as possible. Companies choose testers based on specific demographics or interests, so the more accurate your profile, the more tests you'll qualify for. Another tip, always keep the testing platforms open on your phone or laptop throughout the day. Tests get snapped up fast, and being the first to see new opportunities makes all the difference. Now remember that big rookie mistake I mentioned? Here's the twist. Many testers fail to clearly articulate their thoughts during tests. Companies don't just want you to click buttons. They want you to explain out loud exactly what you're thinking, what confuses you, and how the site or app could improve. I was quiet at first, just completing tasks silently. Big mistake. Once I started clearly narrating my experience, test invitations doubled almost immediately. But hold up, I know what you might be thinking now. What if I'm shy or nervous about speaking out loud? Don't worry, because platforms like user testing actually provide short tutorials on how to give effective feedback. They make it incredibly easy for anyone to do this. So by this point, I was already earning consistent money, but I wanted to scale up even more. I wondered, could I really make $500 in 1 week without stressing or sacrificing my entire day? The answer turned out to be yes, and achieving it was simpler than I thought. Here's what I did next. I signed up for multiple testing platforms at the same time. This instantly increased the volume of tests available to me. If one site was quiet, another usually had available tests waiting. By dedicating just 2 to 3 hours a day spread across these platforms, I quickly saw my income jump. But what about competition? If everyone signs up, won't there be fewer opportunities? Surprisingly, no. Companies are always developing new websites, apps, and digital products. In fact, demand for user testers is actually increasing. Businesses recognize the importance of user-friendly designs, making your opinion more valuable than ever. Now, here's a crucial insight. Most people think these user testing gigs dry up or aren't sustainable long-term. So, is that true? Absolutely not. I've seen testers consistently make money month after month. It's all about strategy. So, what's the best way to ensure ongoing success and consistent income from user testing? Well, I discovered something incredibly effective that most testers completely overlook, and I'm about to tell you exactly what that is. But before we get to that, let me know down in the comments. Have you tried user testing before, or is this something brand new to you? I'm genuinely curious to see your thoughts. Alright, now back to that key strategy I mentioned. The secret to consistent user testing income is building a strong rating and reputation on each platform. After every test you complete, companies rate your performance. Higher ratings mean more test invitations and higher paying opportunities. But how do you get those consistently high ratings? There's one simple thing you need to do, and it's a game changer for your earnings. And here's the best part. It's incredibly easy. And once you master it, companies will literally line up to have you test their products. Want to know exactly what this one thing is? Stay tuned, because I'm about to reveal the exact step-by-step approach that took my user testing gig from just a few dollars a day to $500 in just 1 week. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Here's the thing that dramatically boosted my ratings and kept companies coming back for more. I started giving feedback that not only pointed out problems, but also offered thoughtful, simple suggestions for improvement. Most testers just identify issues, but when you show businesses exactly how they could make their websites or apps better, your value skyrockets in their eyes. This tiny shift literally tripled my invitations overnight, and companies began specifically requesting me for tests. Now imagine this. You're waking up, checking your phone, and seeing multiple notifications for tests that are exclusively reserved for you. Pretty amazing, right? But here's the question most people overlook. How exactly can you make sure your suggestions are helpful and valuable without being a tech genius or experienced designer? Simple. Just put yourself in the shoes of a real customer. Instead of just saying something like, "This button doesn't work," add a short explanation like, "This button was confusing. I think changing its color or position could make it clearer." These small details make a huge difference because companies love actionable, clear insights. But let's face it, can user testing realistically become a steady, long-term side income, or even something more significant? I wanted to find out, so I experimented. Could I actually repeat that $500 week again and again? Surprisingly, yes. Once I built momentum, user testing became more predictable, steady, and reliable. It wasn't just a lucky week, it became a consistent source of income. Still, I wanted to see how far I could push this gig. Could user testing alone realistically pay monthly bills or even replace a part-time job? After speaking with several veteran testers who consistently earn more than $1,000 per month, I realized there was even more potential. Many successful testers not only do website and app testing, but also explore related areas like testing software, video games, or online services, areas often overlooked by beginners. So I signed up for additional niche platforms like Playtest Cloud for gaming apps and beta testing for software tests. This was a game changer. These specialized platforms often paid more per test because the testing required a bit more detail or specific user insights. Suddenly, that $500 per week didn't seem like my ceiling anymore. It felt more like a starting point. Now, she might be thinking, isn't it overwhelming to juggle multiple platforms or testing niches? Here's the surprising truth, it's not. Managing these tests became easy once I developed a simple schedule. I set clear blocks of time during the day specifically for testing. Mornings were for website tests, afternoons for apps, and evenings occasionally for specialized niche tests. Each testing session rarely lasted longer than an hour, leaving plenty of time for other responsibilities. Another key insight I learned was about efficiency. I found that keeping templates of common feedback phrases saved me loads of time. Instead of writing entirely new feedback for every test, I tweaked my existing templates to match each new scenario. This tiny efficiency hack allowed me to complete more tests faster without compromising the quality of my feedback. But now, let's address one critical thing that many people wonder about. Is user testing stable enough to rely on as a consistent side income? The answer depends heavily on two factors: consistency and profile quality. The most successful testers keep their profiles detailed, accurate, and frequently updated. Companies appreciate testers who consistently deliver reliable insights. Once you build this trust, platforms prioritize you for higher paying and frequent opportunities. Another overlooked but essential tip: make sure your audio and video setups are clear and professional. This doesn't mean you need expensive equipment. Just a decent mic and webcam will do. Platforms often reward testers who submit clear, professional quality tests with better paid opportunities. Just maintaining good audio clarity immediately puts you ahead of many testers who ignore this simple detail. Finally, let's talk scalability. Is user testing scalable enough to grow into a more substantial income source beyond a side hustle? After months of steady earnings and scaling my strategy, the answer is an absolute yes. Not only did my earnings grow steadily, but my opportunities expanded too. Some platforms even offered me chances to participate in ongoing, longer-term projects that paid much higher rates. And here's a bonus tip that most people never consider: leverage user testing experience into other freelance opportunities. Your experience providing feedback on digital products makes you naturally skilled at related roles like UX reviewing, content auditing, or even becoming a usability consultant. Each of these roles pays significantly higher than standard testing gigs. Now here's my question for you. Are you ready to give user testing a shot and potentially change your income game completely? Or do you still have questions about getting started? Either way, drop your thoughts down in the comments and let's get this conversation rolling. Whether you're aiming for an extra few $100 or looking to build a reliable, scalable online income, user testing could be the answer you didn't even know you were looking for. Stay tuned, because next time I'll reveal another amazing online income strategy that's even simpler to start and incredibly profitable. Until then, keep hustling, keep earning, and I'll see you soon.